Good afternoon, Shivam.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Can you briefly tell me about yourself, sir? Tell us about you.
Sir, I belong to Raebareli district of Uttar Pradesh, and I did my college from IIS in Dhanbad in mechanical engineering. And presently, I'm working in Indian Revenue Services, Customs and Indirect Taxes. And prior to that, I have worked as a deputy collector in state PCS in Uttar Pradesh.
So, you are one of the coveted post uh, services at the moment, which plays a very important role in Indian administration. Why you want to become a IAS officer then, sir?
Sir, being into an IRS, I'm very much humbled about the opportunity which I'm getting at present. And also, since the future belongs to the economic prowess of India, it becomes very important as an IRS officer. But coming into an IAS, it will place me at much higher positions at later time in my career, like in the ministries at the decision-making level, at the policy framing level. So I guess to get those opportunities, that's why I'm opting for IAS. But being into IRS, I'm equally content.
IAS will also give you opportunity to work in ministry,
Yes, sir.
and including some assignments in foreign countries. Many IAS officers from custom side are working in ministries also.
Yes, sir.
Despite it, you want to be in IAS. तो हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, मामला जचा नहीं.
Sir.
चलो बढ़िया है. You was a mechanical engineer.
Yes, sir.
Mechanical engineer has also a very huge future for a country which is manufacturing like India.
Indeed, sir. And sir, since especially the automobile sector in the country, the onset of electric vehicles, and I think this has a more future for mechanical engineers in the country. So.
You have been a quite energetic young man, and your you have done the panchayat elections. Must
Yes,
be
sir.
as a UP civil servant.
Yes, sir.
There was any violence in it? Elections में?
So during my term as a returning officer, there wasn't any violence, and the entire election was conducted very smooth, sir.
Okay. What was your role as a returning officer in panchayat elections, Nagar Panchayat election?
Sir, my role started right from preparation of electoral rolls and then to the enforcement of model code of conduct so that the entire process is very transparent. Then with the conduct of election, the very day in which the polling happens, making sure that the polling is very smooth. And then the most important thing was counting of the votes. And this was very smooth, and the entire information was sent to the election commission on time, and the election were closed very proficiently, sir.
It was sent to the State Election Commission.
Yes, sir.
Secondly, how you will treat with a complaint of a bribe as a returning officer?
Sir, it happened actually when I was on the field. There were some FSC and SST units, like stationary units and the mobile units, which are deployed on ground. And in case there is a control room also, and if any info comes that the money is being spent somewhere or bribe is being given somewhere, then we used to send the FST and SST team on the ground. And based on the evidence that is being collected, we used to give the notices to them and file the responses from the political parties per se.
You are very serious about the pollution issue because you have been running for clean air. What is the solution for to get rid of the pollution in the country or minimize the effects of pollution in the country?
So to understand it, we need to focus upon the source of pollutants. For example, in different seasons, there is a different source of pollutants, like the burning of straws during the winter season, or the over excessive use of vehicles like diesel vehicles and petrol vehicles in the Delhi and NCR region. I think focusing upon the source, then providing with the solution like GRAP solution or the national ambient air quality methods. I think so. We need to classification of the source and then implementing accordingly measures. I think this should be the way out.
As a IRS officer, you must maybe observer somewhere
Not yet, sir. I'm
during.
still undergoing training, sir. Yes.
Okay. Because you was campaign ambassador at Model UN conference
So that
on
happened in
small
college.
island.
Yeah. That happened in
Yes.
college, sir.
Okay. Do you feel the United Nations should be retained or a new body should come up because it has not fulfilled the promises or aspirations and desires of the smaller countries?
Yes, sir. There has been a challenge in the recent time regarding the representation of small countries in the United Nations. But sir, I think the juncture at which the world stands today, it is very important for Nations to stand firm. And for that, India or the leaders from Global South and the South countries, the countries from the smaller and developing states, need to give due representation in the United Nations so that the main agenda of United Nations could be fulfilled.
Raebareli was always in the news for last 4 decades.
Sir.
Can you tell me, even if after it became a super VIP constituency, has it changed dramatically or still is the fate is same as Noorpur?
Sir, I have been in Raebareli for most of my life in the past, and being very honest, sir, I don't think it has changed much. Maybe because of the political deadlocks, I won't be able to comment on that. But on ground, what is happening? The infrastructure, the road, the clean drinking water, the health infrastructure hasn't come up to the mark, which it should have come, given the importance it has.
Only political game was successful.
Indeed, sir.
Okay. Over to you, Pavanji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Okay, Shivam.
Sir.
So you are aspiring to become an IAS officer, right? Can you tell me what is the difference between district collector and the district magistrate?
Sir, district collector derives its powers from UP Revenue Code, which is 2006, and its main role is to collect the land revenue, ensure that the land-related disputes are being settled on time. And when it's come to district magistracy, the power is derived from the erstwhile CRPC and the present BNS. So this is the major difference.
So as a deputy collector, you were the deputy collector, na?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So as a deputy collector, what was your what is the most what was the biggest problem that you faced as far as the land related matters are concerned during your tenure in UP?
Sir, it was the mismanagement or miskeeping of the land records that I have
Okay.
faced in Tehsil, in subdivision especially.
Okay.
Since most of the land records were manual, it is being digitized at present, but even today the majority part is manually being done. So I think this was the major problem that I faced.
Okay. And what about what I say that is dispute resolution? Land dispute resolution. I'm talking about land dispute resolution. So
So,
what was your responsibility?
so there were two-way responsibilities, one in the court and one out of the court. Like land disputes come to the court also regarding the separation, division of land or measurement of land. Like section 24 of the UP Revenue Code deals with the measurement of land, 116 deals with the division of land. And off the court, we used to go to visit to villages. Whenever there is a land dispute, we call both the parties, we call the patwari of that area and sit and talk and try to persuade people so that the dispute could be resolved on time. So,
Land compensation is one of the biggest issue also. It is faced especially in the Western UP.
yes, sir.
What is the reason behind it?
So this too I face, sir. And the major reason that I personally see is, since the division of land is not on paper, it becomes difficult for the authorities to transfer the amount. Suppose, for example, if there are two brothers and the division is not being done on paper, then the authority even mismanages the funds and do not transfer it, since the land is not being divided on paper. So it becomes difficult for the actual beneficiary to get the amount on time. I think that's
Yes,
what I
that's
have seen, sir.
okay. Yesterday, the budget of 2025 has been presented. Not much has been talked about GST, that is the indirect taxes. Why so?
Sir, recently we had the GST Council meeting, and most of the decisions has been taken in that GST Council meeting. But one major component of indirect tax is the custom duty, which has been talked about in the budget. Like the basic custom duty on the essential medicines, the cancer-saving life drugs has been reduced to zero. And also for promoting the domestic industries, the raw materials duty basing custom duty has been reduced to 5%. So I think custom duty has been more talked about, and not the GST per se. It has been talked about in the council itself.
Yeah, that's fine. So what are the major themes of this budget?
Sir, the major theme that drives this budget is to our target to achieve the Viksit Bharat. And
Viksit Bharat. Our
yes, sir.
Honorable Finance Minister has defined the Viksit Bharat, developed India, by
Yes, sir.
2047. So what are those criteria to define a Viksit Bharat or developed India?
Sir, from what I have read in the budget, the first criteria is zero poverty, and
Okay.
the second one is the saturation of the enrollment at the primary and secondary education level. And the
Okay.
third one is 70% of participation of women in the economic area.
Yeah, true.
So these I can recall, sir. I have to read more, sir.
Okay. Okay, that's great. So out of four, you just listed three. So that
Yes,
is
sir.
the reason of the Viksit Bharat. What do you think that by 2047 we will become a developed nation?
Sir, the aspiration is very much optimistic, but we must be realistic in our efforts that we're making. Seeing the growth rate at present and the steps that the government is taking, especially the infrastructure growth and the FDI that is coming to the country, I personally feel very optimistic about the target percent.
To achieve the target by 2047, we need to have at least a GDP growth of 8%.
Indeed,
But
sir.
we have less of that.
So presently, it's part of cyclical slowdown, and the basics of the economy of the country is very strong, and it has been estimated by the global bodies like IMF and the World Bank that the India will bounce back after this cyclical slowdown. So I think it will come to the track, sir.
One more trend that I have noticed after 2011, the GDP of India declined, and is still declining. Even the last quarter of this financial year, the last year, financial year, there was somewhere around 5.4 or 5.3% only the growth. What is the reason behind that? After 2011, there is a decline in the GDP growth.
Mhm.
Although we have a good GDP growth rate from 2004 to 2011, but not after 2011.
So the major reason is that during 2004 and 11, the schemes that are being implemented by the government, the ultimate beneficiary was the common public. And when the beneficiary is the common public, when the money reaches to the hands of the common public, the consumption rate increases, and it results in the churning of the economy. But after 2011, the focus has been more on capex expenditure, infrastructural development. So there are leakages that goes out to the even the foreign companies who are investing in the country, and not directly giving money to the hands of the common public, and thereby the disposable income has reduced, and thereby the economic consumption rate has reduced.
It's fine. And what are the initiatives taken to address the apprehensions that Trump government may impose and through the trade barriers in context of India?
Yes, sir. So there has been a news that tariff might increase vis-a-vis India. I think, sir, I'm not very sure about the specific decisions that have been taken, but India is engaging in the FTA with the US, and the discussions are going on, because coming into FTA, it will become more clear on the positive and negative list of the items that are to be traded. I think this much I know, sir. I don't know.
Yeah, please look into this. There is
Sure, sir.
Thank you, sir. Nice interacting with you. Over to you, Kulwant, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, Shivam.
Good afternoon, sir.
So what is your optional subject?
Sir, my optional is anthropology.
Anthropology. You are
Yes, sir.
in postgraduate in mechanical engineering, right?
Yes, sir.
Why you did not opt your own subject?
Yes, so mechanical engineering is one of the optional given in the civil services list,
Yes.
but it was more of a strategic decision because I wanted to clear this exam in short period of time, and I had a very limited amount of time back then. So anthropology provides that leeway that you can prepare in 4 or 5 months, and the syllabus is restricted. So I think that was more of a strategic decision with respect to exams.
When did you decide to become a try for civil services?
So when I was doing my MTech, during the MTech days, I decided that.
During MTech. And before that, what was your aim? What do you want to become? For means till you decided to become a civil servant.
Sir, before that, I was not sure about it, very sure about the career that I wanted to pursue. That's why I gave myself 2 years of time during my MTech. And I started reading about the books, the newspaper, and slowly generated the interest about the civil services. And that's why I took a plunge into it, sir.
Now, how do we generate interest about civil servant? What are the factors?
Sir, I think it should not come from outside. Should come from inside. And when I started reading newspaper, I came to know about the polity, the governance, the IR part of the country, the major part of the country which is dealing with the global world, and that generated the interest. And I think to express that interest in a form of profession, the civil service is the best way out, sir.
So your service preference is first is IAS, second
Indian police service, sir.
Indian Police Service, foreign service,
So I have kept it as a third preference, sir.
third preference. So it appears that you are more interested in IAS and then IPS.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me what are the problems of Indian police?
Sir, can I take a moment, sir?
Yeah, sure.
So presently, according to the second ARC report, the perception of the police among the common public is not good. And the major reason is that because the conviction rate in the police is less, relatively less, and also it's bottom heavy. That is, the constabulary portion is much more in numbers as compared to the higher officials. This is the one challenge. Second one is there is also a high degree of custodial deaths. According to NHRC, there is 5 custodial deaths every hour that is happening in India. And the third one is the intercoordination between the agencies like police and also the customs per se, in which I am there, and also in multiple other agencies, the inter-agency coordination is relatively less. So these are the challenges which I could think of, sir.
And what about the police reforms? It's generally said that Indian police, and even for that matter, Indian bureaucracy is still a colonial bureaucracy. And the mindset is also similar, means colonial mindset. And that is impacting their performance and their behavior with the public. So what do you think? See, Indian police is still, means after 75 years of independence, still colonial police, and if it is colonial, then why we could not change it?
Yes, sir, this has been a debate, but my personal understanding is that we are slowly transitioning from colonial to the post-colonial time. And the best example is the change of laws that are there, like BNS and BNSS, which we adopted. And with respect to adoption of technology also, the electronic evidences, the evidences like the video recording of the any interrogation that is being done by the police has to be submitted as evidence. I think slowly we are transitioning, but more needs to be done, sir.
Changing laws, do you think police can be changed merely by changing laws?
Sir, it is one of the way out. But the second thing is that the police personals need to be more sensitized regarding the issues of present. For example, regarding the issue of women, regarding the issue of transgender, I think that sensitivity needs to be there. Plus, the changing in laws also forms a major part of the change.
Okay, if it could happen, then I'll be very glad. Hmm?
Sir,
Tell me, recently, Trump, he passed an executive order day before yesterday or so that alien resident alien students, those who have taken part in protest in favor of Palestine, they will be deported. what are your views about this order? Is it means good order or bad order? And if it is good, why? Bad, then why?
Sir, pardon me, sir. I have to read about this, sir. I've not read about it, sir.
A simple issue of free speech and students engaging in political activity on the campuses. So you can think of that. When you are a student, you are given the most widest latitude to express yourself. Okay, make mistakes and learn.
Sir,
Also become engaged politically and means understand politics also. So do you think this is an order which will means curb free speech on campus?
sir, from what I have learned from you regarding the issue, I think, sir, it will, to an extent, impact the political engagement of the student community. And if I see it from the global perspective, taking the example of India, in India, we have the students who are taking part in the local politics or the college level politics. So it becomes the breeding ground for development of the political leaders of tomorrow. So I think it should not be curbed to that extent that the interest of the common student is being compromised. But yes, there should be a fine line that should not harm the secular or the democratic nature of the country.
Okay, tell me, what do you think about the preamble of our Indian Constitution?
So preamble forms the identity card of our India, and it shows the aspirations which we have, and also talks about the types of justice and the equality that the every citizen of the country enjoys.
Okay, is it part of the Constitution or it is not part of the Constitution?
So this has been a debate, and presently it is integral part of the Constitution. I'm not able to recall the judgment per se, but it is integral part of the Constitution, sir.
Okay, then how it is helpful for the Constitution?
Sir, preamble is helpful for making the policies, making the laws, also for judiciary, for interpretation in the cases. I think it's a very lively document, so it keeps on helping the different sections of society, sir.
But recently, Karnataka government has made rules regarding right to die with dignity. Okay, have you heard
Yes,
of it?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so tell me about it, means what it is and why it is required.
Sir, our constitution under article number 21 provides right to life. So right to life is not only restricted to living, simple living, but living with full human dignity. So if it comes with living with full human dignity, it also encompasses the dying with human dignity. So I think this was adopted by the Karnataka state legislature to give way, like, if you have the authority, if you have the right to live with dignity, you should also have the right to uh, die with dignity, provided certain conditions, circumstances must be met, sir.
Will it not lead to some problems? Means interested or vested interest may try to extinct some life of personal benefits.
Yes, sir. Sir, and sir, to resolve this also, the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court of India has said that in India, it should only be allowed in the passive vegetative state and not in the active state. I think this is, it's a growing concept. I think more needs to come, sir.
Is to come true. And then what is happening in Prayagraj today, you being from UP?
So in Prayagraj, we are celebrating the Mahakumbh, sir, after 144 years. And so we had the Moni Amavasya on January 29. And so today I'm not per se sure about what is happening today, but we are having the Mahakumbh, sir.
There is some festival also.
Vasant Panchami, sir, is there.
Yeah,
Yes,
today is a
sir.
very important day for Amrit Snan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the third, I think Amrit Snan is happening today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shivam, thank you so much. Nice talking to you. All the best for your interview. When is your interview, by the way?
So it's on 3rd of March, sir.
Okay, still 1 month. And last time, what was your score in the interview?
Sir, I scored 182, sir.
182. Okay, still have a means scope of increasing, say about 20 marks. Okay,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so much.
Thank you, sir.
We'll give the feedback, right?
Shivam, how do you feel about your own interview? You must be reflecting in your mind.
Yes, sir. Sir, I feel slightly more or less average, sir. And I think I need to read more about the DAF pointers that are given, sir, and brushing upon the current affairs per se. That's much,
It was more than average, Mr. Shivam.
sir.
You are a brilliant man. Despite in service, you have done a good job in your interview. Your confidence level, your attitude to service is good. I don't feel you will have many hinges in getting 200 or even more if you continue your hard work for interview. Be in touch with the current affairs, analytical views you must have. Forget in the interview board that you are a senior IRS officer. You can independently give your opinion, which will be respected. But once you give an opinion, it has to be have a cogent reason why you don't agree with a statement. I make a statement. Then I politely ask, do you agree? If you say yes, the question will again come. Okay, why it is yes? Why you approve it? If not, why you are not in favor of it? So you should be ready in your back of your mind for some fun answer before answering. You pause, uh, you make a pause after listening. That's good. Then play very calculatedly. That's also good. Only question was when I asked you why, being a IRS officer, why you want to be an IAS. तो मैंने आपको हिंदी में कहा था ये मामला जचा नहीं वो इसलिए नहीं जचा कि वो रीजन बनता नहीं है मिस्टर
Yes, sir.
शिवम
Yes, sir.
तो पहली बार में जायज है ना आपने कहा जी मिनिस्ट्रीज में तो आप आफ्टर मिस्टर मोदी हैज कम मैनी मिनिस्ट्रीज तो जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी के लेवल पे प्राइवेट वाले भी आ रहे हैं once they
Yes, sir.
find a man who can deliver from any service anywhere they pick up तो वो मामला थोड़ा सा तुम्हें you will have to ponder over it
Sir, I will prepare it properly, sir.
हाँ
Yes,
मतलब
sir.
अपने आप से पूछना कि ये जच जाएगा कि नहीं
Yes.
I was in the field for more than 40 years and also interviewing for almost 10 years. तो अगर मेरे को नहीं जचा तो आपको वो बोर्ड को कैसे जचेगा
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
ओके गुड लक यू हैव एनफ टाइम more than more than a month to go you are a very bright candidate Pawan sir
Thank you, sir.
So, Shivam, you have lots of potential. There is no doubt at all. But what Chairman Sir has suggested you, just work on that and just appear like a candidate before the board and just try to give you a very crisp answer in a very pointer forms. At some places again, I found that answers are a little longer at some of the places. So just keep it in mind. Otherwise, you are okay, presentable, and colloquial is also good. Nice one.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Shivam, you have any questions, queries?
Sir, regarding the answers getting long, at some places when the questions are very, very random or very abrupt, when I'm not able to think much about it. And sir, how to tackle the situations when I get a lot to speak about something and how to cut short.
You can take a pause, right? Number one is having good knowledge base, knowledge gap, but that will remain. But when you have a knowledge gap also, when the answer is put, the question is put to you and you have to give answer, take a pause. Think of. Nobody is stopping you from taking a pause. When you can ask for, may I sir, think for a moment. Nobody will mind, okay? And will not go against you. Rather, that will mean that you are a thinking person. You want to weigh your words before you speak, okay? So they will take it very positively. And as far as anything else you want to ask?
No, sir.
Okay. As far as this interview is concerned, your flow is good, your command over language is very good. And secondly, you are very articulate also, no doubt about it. And when I try to test you on current affairs, there you are lacking, right? 2, 3 questions which I put, you are not aware of those incidents or happenings. Okay.
Yes.
So I think you have to still a lot of time with you, about a month. So what you can do is pick up some newspapers, say the last 15, 20 or 1 month. Okay?
Yes,
Go through them also randomly when you get time. And secondly, which newspaper you are reading?
So I'm reading the Hindu.
Indian Express also you should read, and one economic paper, right?
Yes,
Or maybe one or other news magazine also, if possible. Not overburdening or constraining you too much. Okay.
right, sir.
Otherwise, these newspapers will do the trick. Okay. And because IPS is your second choice, and about police functioning and reforms, there is a Supreme Court judgment, and there are, other than ARC, there are commission reports. Means the earliest report is of 1902, and then there was a report of 1978 and 79, the Dharamvira Commission, right? Second police commission. So I don't advise that you should be reading those reports. They are bulky, 7, 8 volumes of, means kind of not advisable. But you can certainly get synopsis from internet of those reports. And thirdly, there is a Supreme Court judgment, Prakash Singh.
Yes, sir.
On police reforms, okay? And there are
Yes,
two
sir.
more committees like the Julia Ribeiro committee, and then there is a Padma Navaya, I think, committee hai.
Yes, sir.
One more Malimat committee.
Yes, sir.
So you can just means have rough idea about these reports, and then you should formulate your views about police. Okay.
Yes, sir.
As of now, you are quite raw as far as police knowledge is concerned, and issues related to police are concerned.
Yes, sir.
So I think that will do. Rest is all fine. You are a good candidate, and you should be able to score. Means should add, means if you means do all this, and with feedback from other mock interviews, you will be able to, I think, add say 15, 20 marks. Okay, and you have been given some more marks somewhere else.
Sir, I have not given much mock interviews this time presently, sir. And this is my only second, third mock interview. I'm yet to give.
What were the feedback from other interviews?
Sir, the feedback of the mock interview varies depending upon the questions which are being asked. I think in one of the mock interview, the questions were very random, so feedback was very average. But in one mock interview, it was more on similar lines, like the honorable panel members have given, sir. I think.
So basically, you see, it's not a test of your knowledge. Okay. It's about your personality.
Yes, sir.
So even if the questions are random and you don't know the answers, you can simply say, sorry, I don't know. Matter ends there. Don't try to bluff. That's all. Basically, they want to draw you out to assess what kind of personality you are. Whether you're suitable for means higher responsibilities, say in IAS or IPS or IFS. You are already IRS officer. You have proven yourself, no doubt about it. Okay.
Yes,
That
sir.
why the expectation will be much more from you.
Yes,
Because
sir.
you have worked as a deputy collector, you have worked as now you're working as an assistant commissioner under training. So they will expect much more from you than other candidates who are not working. Okay. So
Sir.
keep in mind that you have to go there as an officer, not as a candidate even. Okay. And the
Yes.
kind of expectation they will have, they will be from an officer who has experience in the field. Your
Yes, sir.
ideas and opinion should be more grounded than people pick up from newspapers or news magazines. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that is the idea. So you have to means basically show your personality. Your personality is suitable for higher responsibilities. Okay, that is a
Yes.
fact. Otherwise, if you are asked random questions, you are able to answer or not, that is not material. Okay, you can
Yes,
say,
sir.
out of 100, say all the questions put to you, maybe in 50 or 60% you say, okay, I'm not aware, I'm not knowing. That is okay, fine enough, doesn't matter. But if you try to bluff and means, then will be a problem. Okay,
Yes, sir.
of course you did not do it here also like this, but you are a good candidate, very good candidate indeed. You will be able to do well. Okay, thank you so much, all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
All the best, Shivam.
Thank you.